Gone are the days when a dedicated camera was necessary to capture stunning photos. Today, our trusty pocket-sized smartphones can easily produce images that rival professional-grade equipment.
Awesome, right?
Among the brands leading this field are Google and Samsung, and their latest offerings, the Pixel 7 Pro and upcoming S24 Ultra, are simply
exceptional.
But how do they fare when put side to side?
Let's find out.
Main camera. In terms of camera specs, both brands have solid lineups.
There's no doubt about it, gentlemen.
Take the Pixel 7 Pro, for example. It boasts a 50 megapixels primary camera with a pixel size of 1.2 micrometers and an aperture of f/1.85. In contrast, the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is expected to come with the S23's mind-blowing 200 megapixels main camera. While Samsung's 200 megapixels camera seems impressive on paper, in reality, the results are quite close.
Good. What? That's good.
So, how exactly do they compare? Samsung's trump card is undoubtedly its resolution. With the ability to shoot at 200 megapixels, you can zoom in and extract more details from the original image. That said, there isn't a huge difference in the results. Samsung's images have slightly more vibrant colors, while the Pixel tends to capture a more realistic representation of the scene. The overall results look
fantastic,
but Samsung has a slight edge. We saw this with the S23, and we're pretty confident we'll see similar results with the S24.
It'll be nice.
Ultra-wide camera. When it comes to the ultra-wide category, both smartphones offer pretty similar specifications. The Pixel 7 Pro from Google sports a 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera with a pixel size of 1.25 micrometers and an aperture of f/2.2. Likewise, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is rumored to come with a 12 megapixels ultra-wide camera, but it has a slightly larger pixel size of 1.4 micrometers and the same aperture of f/2.2. However, the Pixel easily takes the win in this department. It's mostly a victory on the software side because the hardware for both phones' ultra-wide cameras is quite similar. While both cameras produce photos that lack sharpness in terms of detail, Samsung's ultra-wide camera falls behind significantly, with even more noticeable noise.
You may have a point.
I have a point. I have a point.
Of course, we still need to see how the Samsung S24 Ultra performs in real-world scenarios, so hopefully, Samsung will exceed our expectations.
Let's hope so.
Be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay updated with future developments.
What are you gonna do?
I've already subscribed.
Low-light photography. Now, let's delve into how these models stack up in terms of their nightography capabilities.
Let's check it out.
When it comes to good lighting conditions, it's hard to distinguish between the two. However, in low-light situations, things get a lot more interesting. While Samsung's Galaxy S23 series is a significant improvement over its predecessor, it still falls short of what the Pixel 7 Pro is capable of. The Google Pixel has long been regarded as the pioneer of night photography, and we anticipate this trend to continue for a few more years, most likely. Google's computational photography approach is probably what gets the win here. The images produced by the Pixel simply have more detail. If the S24 Ultra's low light performance is anything like the S23, which we are tipping it most likely will be, then we have a clear winner. That said, low-light selfies and videography are an entirely different case.
We will talk about it.
Stay tuned.
Zooming capabilities. When it comes to zoom capabilities, the Google Pixel 7 Pro is equipped with a 48 megapixels telephoto camera that offers 5x optical zoom and 30x super residential zoom. While Samsung's S23 Ultra takes a different approach by incorporating a dual telephoto setup, the S24 Ultra may feature a 3 to 10x variable folded telephoto lens, combining the current 3x optical zoom and 10x zoom telephoto cameras into a single lens with 100x space zoom. Unsurprisingly, Samsung easily takes the win in this category. But why is that? The Pixel's limitation with its telephoto capabilities is due to its hardware. To be fair, Google's software does an impressive job trying to compensate for it with software enhancements. However, software cropping can never truly replace the authentic depth of field provided by a physical zoom lens, and that is where Samsung holds the significant advantage. Selfie camera. For selfies and video calls, the Google Pixel 7 Pro has a 10.8 megapixels front camera with a pixel size of 1.22 micrometers and an aperture of f/2.2. On the other hand, Samsung's S24 Ultra is expected to have a 12 megapixels front camera with a pixel size of 1.12 micrometers and an aperture of f/2.2. Beyond the specifications, what can we expect from both devices? First, both smartphones deliver exceptional quality when it comes to selfies. The Pixel has a contrasty style to its selfies, which actually looks quite lovely. However, the Pixel somewhat limits its functionality. For example, in low-light situations, you don't have the flexibility to mix functions. In contrast, Samsung's selfies provide a more accurate representation of your face and offer more options in low-light conditions. Still, both are
amazing!
While you won't be disappointed with video calls here.
Really?
Really?
What about the actual videography capabilities?
Let's check it out.
Videography. Video performance has always been a weak point in Pixel phones.
I will explain.
Although the Pixel 7 Pro has significantly improved in this area, unfortunately, it still can't match the flagship Samsung phone. The S23 Ultra is widely regarded as the best video phone on the Android platform, and it's only second to the iPhone 14 Pro in overall video performance. We have high hopes that the Galaxy S24 Ultra might even surpass the iPhone next year.
Sure?
It's a heated competition.
Even with the Galaxy S23 Ultra,
You can film in 8K at 30 frames per second.
while the Pixel 7 Pro maxes out at 4K. However, that is unlikely to be useful to most people. The real standout feature is the Samsung footage itself, less noisy, better in low light, and has superior stabilization capabilities. Hopefully, Google's Pixel brand will significantly improve this with the Pixel 8. Give this video a like if you share the sentiment. The choice between the two ultimately depends on your photography preferences, whether you prioritize resolution, zoom functionality, or other specific features. Whichever device you choose, you can expect exceptional camera performance. However, if we had to pick a winner, we would lean towards Google, mainly because it offers such impressive features at a relatively lower price point. The S24 Ultra edges out in terms of overall performance, and this advantage extends beyond just the camera capabilities. The entire S24 series is expected to redefine mobile performance. In our next video, we'll discuss it in detail, so make sure you
If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe below.